We've done our fair share of complaining about Pixel Gun 3D on this YouTube channel. Hey, we complain because we care. Now, I feel Pixel Gun struggle as a company and as a game to listen to the community. Our complaints are actually a cry for help. These are the issues, and this is how you fix it. Over the last 5 or 6 years, I've made countless videos telling the developers how they can resolve these issues, what the community doesn't like, with the response being, yeah, we'll fix it. It never gets resolved. I asked constantly for them to make changes to the Battle Royale. Yeah, we'll fix it. Nothing changes at all. Now, the whole purpose of today's video is Pixel Gun 3D have yet again started talking about the balance changes. This forever ongoing battle that we seem to have with Pixel Gun 3D. I literally feel like we're going round in circles. I don't think Pixel Gun understands when you're introducing all of these OP sets that in terms of balance, you are taking your game further and further away from a balanced experience. So they keep talking about balance, but it's all talk and no action. This has been an ongoing battle for years. Now, granted, I will defend the developers a little bit here. They did go back and make some really good changes by improving some of the OG weapons, which was really good for new players, by the way. All of these weapons that you see at the top, getting a global balance. For new players to somewhat stand a chance. Most of these, if not all of these lower level weapons were buffed for the primary, backup, melee, special, sniper, and heavy, which is probably the reason why you've seen so many people using things like the RPGs, for example, right? People were using things like the Easter Bazooka. People were definitely using the Armageddon, definitely using the rocket launcher, and so much more. But this is the problem. They did fix that for low level players, but it then became a very big problem for high-level players, with all of these weapons being a one-tap kill with maxed out mods. You notice what I said there? Modules. Modules in Pixel Gun 3D are one of the biggest problems in this game, if not the biggest problem in Pixel Gun 3D. And they have not made any single changes to modules since the beginning of time. The fact that they can't see... Oh, we gotta upgrade this. The fact that the developers can't see that modules are the issue is absolutely insane. They need to not only fix their weapons, but also fix their modules. They also need to fix their leveling and grading system, because every weapon they introduced in their game is either legendary or mythical now. Okay, occasionally we get an epic weapon, but people are like, why are you introducing that? Back in the day, the grading system did make sense. In fact, bring back the star system we used to have. But obviously, these are epic, rare. Like, this is from old school Pixel Gun 3D. You don't get that anymore. Anyway, going back a couple of days ago, the Pixel Gun 3D social media team started posting a bunch of stuff across their Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc. You more than likely seen it. They said, we are still working hard on the global weapon rebalance in Pixel Gun 3D. Everyone may remember the big playtest from last year that continues to shape our updates to this day. But now it's time for a major step forward. Let's create the new PG 3D meta together. We need your insight and experience. So we prepared a detailed but easy to complete survey. Tell us which weapons really need a nerf and which ones really deserve a buff, and they posted a link. Now underneath it says, we'll analyze your feedback and apply changes that move the game forward. Our regular balance changes will still roll out, but these stronger meta shifts will now happen every few months to build a better, healthier PG 3D for everyone. Now, to give the developers a little bit of credit, I do see more people using a whole range of different weapons. It's not just the ultimatum to this day, which is nice to see. For example, they went ahead and buffed all of the clan weapons, which in my opinion was one of the best changes that they have done for a very long time. But in terms of the announcement, we keep seeing the same thing. And I've got some screenshots for you. It seriously feels like Pixel Gun is engagement farming, because these articles happen every couple of months. and they just make a couple of changes in each post. So this is the most recent one. Granted, this one was pretty good. This goes back to the start of 2025. We're now going back to 2024. There's a lot of yip-yapping and talking and less actions. Obviously, we did get the global balance changed. But the problem we have with Pixelgun 3D is that they tell us they're doing this, and then they go MIA for months on end. And the community's like, huh? How on earth can you ask your community for help and then completely ghost us and say, yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Well, we don't know what you're working on because you don't tell us. And the biggest downfall of Pixelgun 3D is the lack of transparency and communications. As a content creator, we have a separate chat. They hardly tell us anything. They hardly talk to us. Any feedback we get a reaction with an emoji and nothing changes. And that's it. They are the worst company I have ever worked with when it comes to transparency and feedback. It is atrocious. It is atrocious. So, you know, when you guys leave comments saying, hey, Echo, can you ask Pixelgun this and ask Pixelgun that? Guys, they don't care. They don't listen. They don't listen to what I have to say. I've spent hours upon hours making videos, making articles, making posts, and feeding it to the developers with, like, honestly, massive amounts of feedback from you guys. Yeah, sure, we'll read it. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. So, sure, it's great announcing this stuff and getting the community excited, but putting your words into actions never seem to happen. And until you go back to the drawing board with the likes of your leveling system, like rare, epic, mythical, etc., and modules, none of this matters because the players who've been playing for a long time, credit to them for playing for a long time, but they're maxed out with mods. So any weapon you introduce or change, sure, might be balanced with no modules. Throw level 10 modules on it, it's going to slap absolutely everybody. How can they not understand this? It feels like the developers don't play test their game anywhere near enough. So this is the website the latest article takes you to. It says, rebalance the weapons of your choice. Pixelgunner, we need your help more than ever. Now's your chance to impact the game's balance. Choose 15 weapons in each category to buff and 15 weapons in each category to nerf. Here's the mission. In each category, select no more than 15 weapons to buff and to nerf. Submit the form and receive 20 gems as a thank you. Basically, let's help shape Pixelgun together. So you got to put your ID inside of there and then go to next. So what you have to do is go through each category of weapons that you think need to be buffed. Now, one that I would like to see buffed would be something like the Black Member. The problem is they should have provided pictures. Not everybody remembers all of these weapons. So that's going to be a little bit of a pain. I'm just going to pick some that I'm very familiar with. But this is the point. Like, I don't think this is the right way to do things. Surely, internally, they can see which weapons are more powerful than others. You just got to go ahead and pick, like, a certain amount of weapons that you think need to be buffed. I definitely think my Ekadao rifle one needs to be buffed. It's been left to die for a very long time. So we're going to just pick a total of, like, 15. I feel like some of the older ones I would definitely like to see get buffed. Now you're going to have to go through primary, backup, melee, special, sniper, and heavy for each buff, and of course the nerfs. So after you've done all of the buffs, we now go into the nerfs. Is the ultimatum in here? Did they actually provide it? I don't think they did. Did they? They did. Here we go. How about you change, like, your cash cow of an ultimatum? How about we change that, Pixelgun? Let's see. I guarantee you, like, so many people will pick this, but they still won't touch it because they use this to make a lot of money. I'm not even going to put any other weapon inside of here that needs to be nerfed. I'm also going to put Ruby Shotgun too, I think. There's probably a couple more, but oh, let's go to next backup section. What weapon would you say is broken in the backup? Second Life Vacuum, let's nerf this thing as well. I've come back to the primary section real quick. If you guys don't join me in getting this thing nerfed, I'm not going to be happy. Bro, the Portalace Raft, this needs to be nerfed, man. The ricochet on this is so devastating. It's literally an AFK's dream. Same with wealth distributor, underwater whip. Let's get those things sorted out. In terms of snipers, I'm going to try and miss this section. I don't really know the current best metas for this. I could put winners laser beam, but I think people who get that earn it. The problem is hackers have it, which kind of ruins it for the people that did earn it. I'm going to leave this section. I'm not one to pick for that. I don't know what needs to be nerfed in the sniper category. All right, so once you're done, you should end up getting 20 gems from the developers once this has all been sorted. The problem is, though, this isn't going to solve anything at all. This is not going to solve the biggest issue Pixelgun has. It's okay them telling us they're going to do it, but when you've got things like this being newly introduced, it's counterproductive. We're going around in circles. You know what I mean? We're going around in circles with the majority of these. Because, sure, let's fix the older problems rather than fixing the bigger problems. This company works backwards, and that's the problem, guys. They work completely backwards. Whoa. Whoa. Bro, what did he... Bro obliterated me then. Whoa, whoa. There he is. I don't really play keyboard and mouse, guys. It's like one of the only games I don't really play keyboard and mouse. It's like shooters. I don't play Call of Duty with keyboard and mouse either. I play with controller. There he is. Prime example. Let's get this nerf, guys. Let's make the AFKers struggle. I'm in first place. Do you see what I mean, though? I joined a little bit late. Like, this is just... It's just not it. It shouldn't be a thing. Guy behind. It's not. Straight down there. Impact kill. Bro is AFK again. With the ricochet down there. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I'm self-destructed. Bro. See what I mean? Until they manage to fix this issue, it's going nowhere. Modules. You need to do a global balance on modules. Gadgets need to be rebalanced as well. Everyone's using the same gadgets. Everyone's using the same things. Oh, oh. Oh. Stole my kill. Got him. I'm gonna try my best to win this right at the end. I'm sorry, dude. I am sorry about that. Oh, whoa. I'm taking that first position back, boys. Oh. Take this. And this. Not enough to get him. Still AFK in there again. Bro, I can see you every time. I can see you every time, brother. Oh, what the... Remember the Bloody Terrax used to be OP back in this day, too. Where is this guy? He keeps trying it. He keeps trying it every time. So, yeah, guys. We have bigger problems than just the weapons. And until they Pixelgun decide to actually resolve those kind of issues, it's never going to change. Bro, how is he not dead? Finally. It's going to be a close game, this. Sorry, buddy. Not going to be enough. We should hold on to a W right at the end. That was a close game. But yeah, guys, until Pixelgun fix the issue with the new kind of weapons they introduce and the modules, none of these global balance changes are going to matter.